Hey guys, it's Kim here. I just wanted to say hello and wish you all a very happy World Snake Day. Now, I have always loved snakes. It's one of my favourite animals, and in fact, if I look here, there's even a picture of me as a little boy holding my very first pet snake, which was a little garter snake called Wiggles. And I don't know what it is about snakes. I'm just fascinated by the way they look, the way they move. I've never ever been scared of them. So I thought maybe today I'd talk to you a little bit about snakes and maybe show you some of my snakes. So would you like to see a snake? There's no snake there. Should we try something? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Boom! Look at that. How cool was that? Now this is the first snake that I want to show you, and this is a Western Hognose Snake, and these are native to North America. Now obviously all my snakes are captive bred, but these are an amazing little species, perfectly adapted for their habitat with those little upturned nose that they use for digging, and they've got a round pupil because they're actually a diurnal animal. Now there are about, well, over 3,000 snake species in the world, and out of that number, only a very small proportion are considered dangerous to people. So it's only about 7%, about 200 snakes that actually have venom, which is really threatening to people or could cause death. Most snakes aren't venomous at all, and probably about 600 actually are mildly venomous, but it wouldn't really affect us, or we don't have a problem. Now snakes are amazing because they are individuals, so they are individuals in so much as the species vary in their behavior and what they do and how they look and their adaptations, but also I think snakes are individuals in their personality. So certain types of snakes, you get some that are very friendly and want to come and see you, and some that are not what I call aggressive but maybe more nervous. Do you want to see another snake? Let's try again. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Look at that. Now we've got a beautiful Pueblon's Milksnake. Now I said that not many snakes are venomous, but some snakes that are harmless have to rely on what we call mimicry to try and stop other animals eating them. So milksnakes are very famous for impersonating a very deadly snake called a coral snake, but these guys are completely harmless. And you can tell by a little rhyme which says red next to yellow, kill a fellow, red and black, friend of Jack, which tells you the order in which the stripes appear. So you can see this little milksnake here, Elsa, is completely harmless because she's got red and black, so she's a friend of Jack, so she's a very harmless snake. And this snake is a real escape artist. They have tiny little heads, they love to find little gaps in things, so I have to be really careful and house these really insecure environments to make sure that they don't escape, because they are proper escape artists, and they keep moving, which is what I really like about snakes, the way they move through your hands and the way you can just let them sort of move really gently. And they've got incredibly smooth skin and scales, and look at that tongue going, just tasting the air. How could you not love snakes? They're awesome. Should we have a look at another one? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that one. Now for something completely different. Now this is a real weird one. Now for years, since I was a kid, I've kept royal pythons, and this is a royal python. This is Monty, but Monty's a bit different from most of the other royal pythons that I've kept because Monty lacks any color pigment. Okay, so he lacks the melanin, the dark pigment, so he's an albino. So every part of him is this light yellow or pink coloration. He's just the same as a normal royal python. He has heat sensors, that same python-shaped head, but just different in the way he appears, which is completely different. And Monty's one of our sort of fairly new snakes actually. So this is a snake which I find really amazing. Now in the wild, albinos are sometimes they're born, they occur, but the thing is that they don't last very long, because you can imagine a snake like that would stand out, it doesn't really camouflage, so very quickly something would eat them, so they don't really live too well in the wild, but in captivity they do really well, and they're absolutely fine. And it's an amazing contrast against a snake with the normal wild coloration. Pretty cool, eh? How could you not love a snake like that? Should we look at one more maybe? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Look at this! It's the big one, or one of the big ones. Look at this. Now this is Knuckles, and Knuckles is a Hogg Island boa, which is basically a locality of a boa constrictor, and they actually come from Central America and a little island called Cayos Cochinos, which is off Honduras, and they're an amazing snake species. Now boas are super duper strong, and there's lots of stories about big pythons and boas eating people, which are really exaggerated and there's not really very much truth in them, but they are very strong constrictors, and they grip on really tightly. The main thing with these snakes is they just don't want to get dropped, so when they're hanging on to you, if you're holding one, they might wrap around and squeeze, but they're not trying to eat me. But this is a really really big snake, but very slow and gentle. And as long as this snake isn't scared, it's absolutely fine. It's never gonna hurt me. The only snake that might start to do something like bite or do is a scared snake. So we need to get them to think. And if they're thinking and they're understanding that I'm nice and gentle and I mean it no harm, then I can have a really good interactive experience because they'll actually feel relaxed. It's actually a form of enrichment would be handled in this way. And I get some enjoyment from it as well because these are amazing. And the way that Knuckles just climbs, look at that, he's holding his head up, so they're perfectly adapted to climbing trees. So there you go, you've seen a few of my snakes for World Snake Day 2020. I hope you've enjoyed seeing them. It's been pretty cool, hasn't it? Maybe you'll see some more videos about these amazing creatures, and hopefully soon you'll get to see them in the real living flesh, which was what we'd love to be doing very, very soon, okay? So look after yourselves, enjoy yourselves today, and have a lovely week, and I'll see you in the future, okay? See ya, thank you.